This mission will teach you the use of your short-range sensors, additional HUD displays, and how to make effective use of your wingman. In this mission, you will learn how to use your short-range sensors to inspect a variety of craft and how to give orders to your wingman when engaged in combat. For the sensors to be effective, you must fly your craft within at least 300 meters of your target. As we are at a customs checkpoint, your goal will be to inspect craft to look for contraband. Once found, transports will be dispatched to disable and board the offending vessel. However, don't expect this to go down without a fight. Several enemy craft will jump in to try and stop the transports from completing their mission. You will engage them and make effective use of your wingman to control the situation. You will receive further instructions in flight. Follow your orders precisely. Enter the simulation now. In this mission, you will learn how to use your short-range sensors to inspect a variety of craft and how to give orders to your wingman when engaged in combat. This mission will teach you the use of your short-range sensors, additional HUD displays, and how to make effective use of your wingman. You will begin by first inspecting a number of craft approaching our customs checkpoint to look for contraband. You will then engage a number of rebel-controlled craft and make use of your wingman to help you control a situation when dealing with different threat priorities. Throughout this, you will also learn about the additional systems at your command when piloting your craft. You will fly the TIE Interceptor designated Gamma 1. It is a faster and more powerful development of the basic TIE fighter with a slightly stronger hull. Armament consists of 4 wingtip mounted lasers. Like its predecessor, it does not have shields or hyperdrive capability, so speed and maneuverability are its chief means of defense. There will be no opposition at first, you are merely inspecting neutral vessels at a customs checkpoint. Later though, you can expect to engage several enemy craft consisting of X-Wings, Y-Wings, and A-Wings. These are the frontline starfighters frequently used by the Rebel Alliance.
Craft departing. Pilots on deck. Mechanics secure all lines.
Pay attention, Gamma 1, and check your surroundings. Your sensors show a number of craft are in the area. Remember, the brighter the sensor dot is, the closer it is to you. You can also toggle the in-flight map by pressing the M key. This can help you understand the current tactical situation and help you locate targets of importance or interest. Press the T key to target Shuttle Star Tour 7. Fly within 200 meters and perform your first inspection. Excellent. It carries repulsors as its manifest claims, so it may continue on its journey. Continue your inspection of the remaining ships. While cycling through targets using the T key is one method, alternatively, you can use the O key to target the nearest mission-critical target. This will save you valuable time when finding important ships. Whilst you inspect these craft, let's take a look at your other terminal displays. On your right-hand side is your mission goals display. On your left is your in-flight message log display. Both displays can be changed by using your cursor keys. Use the delete or page down keys to toggle between active displays. Use the left and right cursor keys to toggle between different information displays. This includes a damage report, active flight groups, and additional wingman commands. If you need to, spend some time familiarizing yourself with these controls before completing your inspections. Illegal cargo found on container transports Zunida. Transports Epsilon have been dispatched to disable and board her. K2, keep your distance. Incoming rebel craft. Move to engage. Press the U key to target the newest craft to enter the sector. We have incoming X-Wings and Y-Wings. The X-Wings will likely engage you and your wingman. The Y-Wings will attack the transports.
This is 3. Order acknowledged. Using your target for attack.
You can direct your wingman to engage certain targets. Select either an enemy X-Wing or Y-Wing and press Shift A. Your wingman will now focus on their target. This allows you to focus on another target or to help concentrate your fire on a single target.
Whoa!
Destroy the rebel craft.
Keep it up. Hey, 1, you better shake that bandit off your 6.
This is 2. I'm hit. This is 2. I'm heavily damaged.
Woo! This is 3. Order acknowledged. Using your target for attack. Another bandit down.
Nice shot. One less gun to worry about.
This is 3. Order acknowledged. Using your target for attack.
An A-Wing just jumped in. It's heading straight for you. Press the E key to target enemies that are attacking you. Use the Shift C keys to call for help from your wingman. They will then engage any enemy craft attacking you. K2, need to shake that bandit off your 6. Damn.
Oh, good kill. Great shot. This is 3. Using your target for attack.
Another bandit down. Another group of Y-Wings are incoming. Looks like they're targeting the platform. They'll be firing torpedoes. We must intercept them. Try to align yourself head-on with the incoming bombers. When they fire their torpedoes, they will show up as flashing yellow-red dots on your sensors. As the torpedoes approach you, attempt to shoot them down. If you miss any on your initial pass, come about and try to shoot the rest down. Bombers tend to launch at least 2 waves of torpedoes per run. By destroying as many as you can before they reach their target, you can make the difference between survival and destruction.
This is 3, using your target for attack.
Hey 2, attacking craft dead ahead. Nice.
This is 3, using your target for attack. This is 3, using your target for attack.
Keep it up.
Superb work, Gamma 1. Primary mission objectives completed.
Excellent job, Gamma 1. All enemy craft eliminated. Excellent. The last wave of enemy Y-Wings have been eliminated. You may now return to the platform's hangar. Report to the debriefing room at once. Excellent. You have demonstrated the ability to inspect unknown craft to determine the contents of their cargo bays, and learned how to use your wingman in combat. Next up, we will look at the TIE bomber and learn how to make bombing runs on enemy starships and installations.
Reminder, use the tech library during downtime.
Today we will learn how to perform torpedo attacks against enemy targets. In this mission, you will learn how to target and destroy enemy craft using proton torpedoes. Your first targets will be 2 stationary containers, followed by a moving freighter. Afterwards, you will then engage a hostile corvette and learn how to engage targets without using an active lock or dumbfiring. Finally, you will engage a heavier target along with several friendly TIE bombers to assist you. When you run out of torpedoes, you can either use Transport Omicron to rearm your ship in the field, or you can return to the platform's hangar to rearm. Simply fly within 100 meters of the platform's main hangar to receive the Enter Hangar message. To receive a reload from the transport, target it and press Shift B. Rendezvous with the transport and come to a full stop. Omicron will dock with you and your warhead launchers will be replenished. This will take several seconds. You can repeat this as many times as you need during the mission. You will receive further instructions in flight. Follow your instructor's commands to the letter. Today we will learn how to perform torpedo attacks against enemy targets. You will learn how to acquire and hold a lock before firing, as well as how to perform a manual bombing run or dumbfire attack. When targeting large ships, you may target individual components such as the hull or engines. This allows you to surgically remove the enemy ship's armament by targeting the individual lasers or destroying their shield generators. You will fly the TIE bomber designated Beta 1. It is a special heavy version of the basic TIE starfighter. Armament consists of twin warhead launchers and 2 wing panel mounted lasers. It is slower and less maneuverable than the TIE fighter, but has a much stronger hull. For this mission, your craft is armed with the standard load of 6 proton torpedoes. Proton torpedoes are self-propelled warheads with a tracking and homing system. You may acquire a lock as far as 6 kilometers away from your target. This allows you to stay well outside the range of enemy guns. There will be no opposition at first, but eventually you will engage hostile and heavily armed starships. When you run out of torpedoes, you will want to get reloaded. Transport Omicron will leave the hangar when you've launched all your torpedoes. You may request that the transport board you to resupply your warhead load. To request a reload, target the transport and press Shift B. Alternatively, you can dock with the platform by re-entering the hangar and rearming your craft via the display menu in the in-flight HUD. Pay attention, Beta 1. Today we'll learn how to perform bombing runs. Your craft is armed with a standard proton torpedo loadout. This torpedo is the most commonly used anti-capital ordnance. It's not particularly fast or maneuverable, but it packs quite a punch on impact. Press the T key to select the first container. Now switch your weapon system to your warhead launcher by pressing the W key. The targeting box will turn yellow to indicate it is locking on. When the box turns red, you will have a lock and may fire the weapon. Excellent. Now target the second container. Your craft needs to be aim directly at your target in order to acquire a lock. Well done. Let's try a larger target. Target the freighter and steer your craft to maintain the lock. Fire one torpedo as soon as you have a solid lock, indicated by the red box. You'll notice one torpedo didn't quite do the job. The CMD will show the target's hull has been severely damaged. Throttle up and close to cannon range and finish it with lasers. Well done. It's very easy to shoot down unarmed targets then. Let's try something with a little bite, shall we? Target the enemy corvette that just entered the area. Throttle up, lock on, and fire 2 torpedoes. The faster you move when firing, the faster the relative velocity of the torpedoes. You'll notice that some or all of your torpedoes were shot down. Hostile starships will actively target and destroy incoming torpedoes that are actively tracking a locked target. Therefore, you will need to adjust your tactics. Instead of locking on to a target and firing, aim manually and dumbfire your warheads. The enemy starship will no longer be able to target them. This requires precision aiming on your part. If you are within weapons range of a starship, your warheads will likely get shot down anyway. But firing at a distance requires calculated timing. Go ahead and make another attack run on the corvette. This time attempt to dumbfire your torpedoes. You're running low on water. We should rearm you. You can request a rearm from Transport Omicron by targeting it and pressing Shift B. Fly close to the transport, throttle to 0, and let it dock with you. After a few seconds, the reload is complete and will disengage. Alternatively, you can also dock with the platform or your assigned command ship in the field. In this case, approach the station and fly within 100 meters of its hangar. You should see a message offering you to re-enter the hangar. This method is usually the best and quickest way to rearm. Your craft is being rearmed. New warheads have been installed in your craft. time your torpedoes hit their mark. Well done. The corvette has been destroyed. Let's try an even bigger target now. Engage the frigate. Several friendly TIE bombers will assist you. By using the comma key, you can target different subsystems. This allows you to destroy individual components of a ship. This can be useful when stripping an enemy vessel of shields or weapons.
Order acknowledged.
Good work, Beta 1. Primary mission objectives completed.
Congratulations. You've learned the basics of bombing runs. You may quit now or join an attack on a heavy cruiser. Submissions may allow you to choose different warhead types. Heavy rockets have a far higher explosive yield than torpedoes, but are very slow-moving. Space bombs, meanwhile, pack the largest punch, but are unguided and have no propulsion of their own. This means that they rely on your own ship's momentum to move. You can try these warheads by changing your loadout in the hangar.
Order acknowledged.
All pilots report to debriefing. All pilots report to debriefing.
Good work. You have shown the ability to track and acquire a target lock for launching proton torpedoes, and learned how to use the dumbfire method for engaging hostile starships. Now it's time to combine all you've learned with the next and final training mission. Get to it, pilots.
New intelligence data has been added to the tech library.
Welcome to your final training exercise. In your final training mission, you will learn how to operate a deflector shield system, deal with advanced energy management, and how to counter enemy missiles, whilst combining your skills learned from the previous training exercises. You will begin by destroying a minefield which is protecting a small rebel outpost. You will disable any craft that attempts to flee from this outpost for capture, so we can interrogate any prisoners on board. However, the rebels will quickly respond to this attack by jumping in a heavy cruiser. You will join our other squadrons in engaging this cruiser and its starfighter complement. Watch your shield strength indicator. Always be prepared to break off and recharge when necessary. Remember, a quick shunt of cannon energy can quickly boost shield strength at a critical moment. Completing this mission will finish your training program. You will then be ready for your first official deployment in the Imperial Navy. Welcome to your final training exercise. Today you will learn about deflector shields, advanced energy management, use of countermeasures, and combining what you've learned in previous training exercises in a full combat scenario. With the addition of deflector shields, you now have to balance the energy between your cannons, shields, and engines. Depending on the circumstances of the moment, you will have to adjust for greater firepower, defense, or speed. Countermeasures can include either a chaff system or the use of anti-missile flares, which will automatically track any incoming missile targeted at you. By default, the chaff system is loaded, but you can alter this to the flare in missions that allow for it. You will fly the assault gunboat designated Mu-1. This is currently the only Imperial Navy starfighter to have deflector shields and a hyperdrive, though others are currently in early development. Armament consists of 2 lasers and 2 ion cannons mounted in the nose, whilst also carrying a dual warhead launcher. For this mission, your ship will be fitted with a standard load of 16 concussion missiles. This missile is the primary anti-starfighter ordnance used by many craft, not only in the Imperial Navy, but many others as well. It is fast and maneuverable, but lacks the firepower to take down enemy starships. Your enemies will be a small field of Type 1 mines which are protecting a small unarmed rebel outpost. They are armed with a single omnidirectional laser cannon that can be destroyed with a single shot. Once these mines are eliminated, however, rebel reinforcements will arrive in the form of a heavy cruiser. This cruiser will be launching multiple enemy fighter squadrons. You will join our other squadrons in defeating this attack and destroying the cruiser.
New warheads have been installed in your craft.
Launch prep is in progress.
New countermeasures have been loaded.
Mu-1, pay attention. First, we need to get you where you need to be. Target the hyperbuoy by pressing the N key. Fly within 500 meters of the buoy and press the space key to enter hyperspace. Welcome to your final training. In your final training mission, new countermeasures have been loaded. New warheads have been installed in your craft. Okay, Mu-1, pay attention. First, we need to get you where you need to be. Target the hyperbuoy by pressing the N key. Fly within 500 meters of the buoy and press the space key to enter hyperspace. Listen up, Mu-1. You will now learn to operate a shield system. Your deflector shield strength indicator shows an even charge. You can toggle it full forward or full rear by pressing the S key. Restore them to an even balance and set your shield recharge rate to maximum, the F10 key. Doing so will begin slowly charging your shields further. Remember though, this impacts your engine output, making you slower and easier to hit. Begin your attack run on the minefield. It only takes one shot to kill them, so target the next quickly. You may find it easier if you set your cannons to dual fire by pressing the X key. Assault Transport Omega is launching now to capture the outpost. Turn and weave constantly. Do not fly straight and level. Try to aim and fire as you approach, then start weaving again. Notice once you take a hit, your shield strength depletes. To quickly build up shield strength, transfer cannon power using the apostrophe key. This will drain cannon energy, so set the recharge rate of your cannons by using the F9 key. This will further impact your engine power. Good work. The mines have been eliminated. A transport just launched from the outpost. It may contain fleeing rebels. Intercept it immediately. Redirect power to your engines if needed. Once you get close, switch your weapons to ion cannons by pressing the W key. Use them to disable the transport. Well done. The transport is disabled. Ion cannons do not damage a ship's hull, but will impact its shields. Without shields, you can then use them to disable any craft. When a craft reaches 0% systems in your CMD, it is fully disabled. Enemy A-Wings are gunning for you, Mu-1. You'll notice when they get in range, your threat indicator array starts flashing and a warning sound will start. This means an enemy is locking onto you with a missile. Excellent. The outpost has been captured. If an enemy launches a missile at you, an alert will sound. By pressing the space bar, you can immediately target the incoming missile. You can then attempt to shoot it down. If, however, you don't have time to engage, take evasive action. When the missile gets close, another warning will sound. This is the time to activate your countermeasures by pressing the C key. These are only effective from the rear of your craft. If multiple missiles are locked onto you, press the I key to cycle through active warheads. If all else fails, keep making sharp turns as it gets close. The missile will eventually detonate after a short time. Alert! A rebel cruiser has just jumped in.
Hey 1, attacking craft dead ahead.
They're launching fighters. Launching ties to assist you. Your wingmen, Mu-2 and Mu-3, have also arrived. Be sure to use wingman commands needed to direct them. If you feel you might be getting overwhelmed, you may have reinforcements on standby. Use Shift N to call them, then space to confirm.
Hey 1, you better shake that bandit off your 6.
Move to engage the incoming fighters. You can link both your lasers and ion cannons together with the X key. This gives you even more firepower. Watch your shield strength and break off to recharge as needed. Redirect power from your shields and cannon systems to engines. This allows you to quickly get some distance from the enemy.
Oh no, we've lost one.
You're dead. Luckily, it's just a simulation. You'll first need to retract your landing gear by pressing Ctrl L, and then to open your S-foils by pressing the V key.
This is 3. I'm having trouble over here.
This is 2. I'm hit.
This is 3. I've got a starship firing at me.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Superb work, Mu-1. Primary mission objectives completed.
The enemy cruiser has been destroyed. Well done. You may now return to the Star Destroyer Implacable's hangar.
You have destroyed a friendly craft.
All pilots report to debriefing. All pilots report to debriefing.
Excellent work. You have now successfully completed the basic training program of the Imperial Navy. You have now learned all the essential skills for piloting any of the Empire's starfighter craft and are now ready for official deployment. You will be transferred to the Jabin sector to begin your first assignment shortly. Welcome, everyone. It is a pleasure to see so many newly commissioned pilots in our ranks. As you have now completed, as newly commissioned pilots of the Imperial Navy, you will now be assigned to various sectors within the Empire. Several transports and shuttles have been prepared to ferry you all to these destinations. As a bonus, those who had the top simulator scores in their training will be taking the flight controls of these ships. After leaving Sky Strike Academy, you'll hyperspace to the Commodore system, where we have a major transfer point for Imperial ships and supplies. Ships and supplies. From here, you will then go to your final destinations. Should any incidents happen along the way, keep calm, remember your training, and do your utmost to keep the lives of your passengers safe and sound. As newly commissioned pilots of the Imperial Navy, welcome, everyone. It is a pleasure to see so many newly commissioned pilots in our ranks. As you have now completed your training, it is my distinct pleasure to hand out your first true assignments in service to the Imperial Navy. Many of you will be transferred to various different sectors as needed, but to begin with, you will all be flying together. 4 Lambda-class shuttles and 3 Delta-class TX-9 transports will ferry you all to a transfer point in the Commodore system before transiting to your final destinations. Those of you who had the highest scores in their simulator missions have been chosen to fly the transports directly, though an officer will be with you on each ship and will guide you as needed. You will fly the shuttle Grigor and have been assigned to the Javin sector, where one of our fringe outposts is located, named D-34. Compared to one of our starfighters, the shuttle is a slow, ungainly craft, but it has strong shielding. Unfortunately, its cannon system was recently damaged and has yet to be fully repaired. To compensate, we have armed the ship with a pair of concussion missiles and some flare countermeasures, but ultimately your ability to defend yourself will be extremely limited. However, it is extremely unlikely you will encounter any threats along the way, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. However, if the worst does happen, remember your training and take evasive action. You will always be in the company of nearby friendly fighters, so you only need to evade long enough before friendly forces engage any potential attackers. Your first priority is to protect your fellow pilots that you are ferrying.
Shuttle, Grigor, get moving and join the other transports. We don't want to be kept waiting. Don't worry about your laser system not working. You probably won't need it anyway. Nice of you to join us finally. Let's move out. All ships set course for Commodore and stay in formation. Gonna miss this place. The view here never gets old.
Couldn't get away from here fast enough if you ask me. Can't wait to show these rebels what real piloting is all about.
Who are you kidding? You're probably gonna get scragged in your first mission. Cut the chatter. Rebel pilots might play it fast and loose with their comms, but the Imperial Navy actually has standards. So keep it professional, or your career ends before it starts.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
We're at the hyperbuoy, initiating jump. Jump completed. All ships stay in close formation. Reduce speed to 70% and await further instructions.
This is the Star Destroyer Hyperion to arriving shuttles and transports. Please submit your authorization codes and flight plans.
Acknowledged, Hyperion. Transmitting now.
Everything looks in order. You may proceed.
All right, everyone. It's been a pleasure, but here is where we part ways. Final jump coordinates are being set now. Prepare to...
Do you see that? Emergency! This is almost in one line! Multiple explosions! Take severe damage! Turning casualties! Next!
Alert! New contacts coming in. They're X-Wings. We're being targeted. Shuttle Grigor, you've got incoming torpedoes. Use your flares or missiles to shoot them down.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
Damn it, we lost one of the transports. Okay, looks like they're targeting the freighters now. They've moved on. Friendly fighters are engaging. Those X-Wings are just tearing through the transports. Our fighters can barely keep up with them. Shuttle Grigor, if you still have any missiles left, target the X-Wings.
Outpost Neon 5! Reactivate! Critical! Evacuate!
Mother of moons. All those people.
Rebels be damned! I'll make those terrorist scum pay for this!
Enough. The enemy attack has been dispersed. The Hyperion has given us clearance to continue our missions. Move out. Shuttles Grigor and Levar and Transport Cribble head to the Hyperbuoy. Coordinates for the Javin sector have been entered.
Our assignment? The middle of nowhere?
Silence. We have our orders. You will carry them out.
Yes, sir.
This is Outpost D-34 to arriving ships. We've been expecting you. Proceed to dock in Hangar 1, indicated by the blue force field.
Well done, pilot. Despite being in a near defenseless craft, you managed to evade hostile fire long enough for our forces to engage and disperse the terrorist rebel attack. However, this just goes to show you can never be too careful out there, as your career was almost cut short before it even properly began, if not for your quick thinking and expertly honed reflexes.